Yo, what's good? It's D Scaladayo, and I'm coming live in color. And I'm coming with this UFC fight night, Maia versus Usman analysis and prediction. I'm gonna do 4 fights on the main card. The first fight we have is Vicente Luque versus Chad Laprice. Now, this is a really good fight. Both fighters are really well-rounded. Um, both fighters have good striking, good wrestling, really good submission game as well. Um, Vicente Luque, he's coming off a really good win over Nico Price. I think he handed Nico Price his first loss. And Chad Laprice, he's coming off a victory over Galor Bufando. First round TKO, faced some adversity, came back, mounted him, and was able to get the finish there. This is a really good fight. Winner of this fight could probably be getting a top 15, top 20 opponent next. Striking wise, they're both really good strikers. Vicente Luque, he has a 4-inch reach advantage. You know, he's mostly boxing centered. Chad Laprice, mostly boxing centered as well, will throw more kicks than Vicente Luque. I think the difference with the stand-up is Vicente Luque, I think he has more power. Chad Laprice, he fought at 155 previously. So I think Vicente Luque, he's going to be the bigger, more powerful fighter when it comes to the striking. Grappling-wise, I also give this advantage to Vicente Luque. I believe he's a jiu-jitsu black belt. 50% of his wins is by submission. Chad Laprice, he only has a 7% submission rate, but he is competent, you know, on the ground. Chad Laprice, he lands strikes at a higher pace at 4.87 strikes landed per minute. Vicente Luque, he's not bad either, around 3 strikes per minute. Vicente Luque, he lands more takedowns, 1.7 to Chad Laprice's 1.13. So for my prediction with this fight, I am going to go with Vicente Luque by knockout in this fight. I think his striking is really good. You know, he can really compete with the elite on the feet, I believe. You know, rhyming accidentally. Yeah, so I'm going to go with Vicente Luque by knockout round 2. I'm going to say round 2 knockout by Vicente Luque. The next fight, we got Veronica Macedo versus Andrea Lee, KGB. Veronica Macedo, she's coming off a big layoff. She fought, I believe, she fought Ashley Evans Smith, actually. She lost to Ashley Evans Smith, got TKO in the 3rd round. She was really small for 135. Like, she's very short. So she had no business even fighting at that weight class. Andrea Lee, she's making her UFC debut. This has been long awaited for her as well. You know, she was supposed to debut earlier. I believe both fighters are mainly strikers. They both have a striking pedigree. I'll get a slight advantage really to Andrea Lee. I think with her size, her length, she'll be able to control the striking range over Veronica. Grappling wise, I get an advantage to Andrea Lee as well. She has a 50% submission rate for her victories. Don't know too much about Veronica Macedo's grappling at all. But for my prediction this fight, I'm going to go with Andrea Lee. I'm going to go Andrea Lee by unanimous decision in this fight. Third fight, we're going to do a really good light heavyweight fight. We had Jared Cannonier versus Dominic Reyes. Cannonier, he's always been a top 15 fringe top 15 light heavyweight. He comes in and out of the top 15. We have Dominic Reyes. He's a really good prospect for light heavyweight. Both fighters have a lot of knockout power. Dominic Reyes, he's gonna have a decided height advantage, but their reach advantage is the same. You know, despite Dominic Reyes having a 5-inch height advantage, they both have a 77-inch reach. But I think Dominic Reyes, with his height advantage, he'll be able to play the outside game. Dominic Reyes, striking wise, he has a very good high kick. He throws a very powerful high kick. Jared Cannonier, really powerful boxing center. You know, he likes to apply the pressure. He likes to come forward. So I think this is gonna make for a very exciting fight. I think Dominic Reyes, he's gonna have to show his wrestling acumen in this fight. Jared Cannonier, his Achilles heel has been wrestling for most of his UFC career. He can compete on the feet, but I think Dominic Reyes, his path to victory will be through using his wrestling in this fight. Both extremely powerful. Jared Cannonier, he has a really good chin. I don't really see a knockout. I don't foresee a knockout in this fight. So for my prediction in this fight, I'm going to go with Dominic Reyes by unanimous decision in this fight. I think he'll control the fight with his range and his wrestling in this fight. Now for the co-main event, you have a really good female strawweight fight. We have Alexa Grasso. Strawweight fight. We have Alexa Grasso versus Tatiana Suarez. This is a really good matchup right here. You have Tatiana Suarez, Ultimate Fighter winner, recently came back off a long hiatus due to injury. And you have Alexa Grasso. She recently, I think, got back in the win column, against Brandon Marcos. So she'll be looking to put together a win streak herself. This is a really good matchup. Alexa Grasso, she's mainly a striker. She has really fast hands, really good movement on her feet. Decent takedown defense. You know, she's a competent grappler as well. She's not bad on her feet. But Tatiana Suarez is another level of grappler. She's a national champion wrestler. Really good, strong grappling. Probably the best wrestler in the division currently. Her striking is not the best. I would say her striking is pretty average, you know, but I think she's okay using her range, you know, and she knows where to take the fight. For this fight, Alexa Grasso, she's gonna have to defend the takedowns, and she's gonna have to really be careful and really play the range game, because Tatiana Suarez is definitely gonna be looking to take her down and submit her. Both land strikes at a high rate, you know, around 4.6%. Tatiana Suarez, she lands almost 5.6 takedowns a fight, you know, so she's definitely going to be in pursuit of that takedown. Alexa Grasso is really going to have her takedown defense tested in this fight. You know, Alexa Grasso, she's going to have the advantage on the feet. You know, she's going to be the faster, more seasoned striker on the feet, so she's going to want to keep it there. And Tatiana Suarez, she wants to keep the fight in close range. You know, she wants to clinch and just wrestle, make Alexa Grasso work. You know, they're in Chile, so their gas tanks are really going to be tested in this fight. For my prediction, I'm going to go with Tatiana Suarez. I think she's going to move to 7-0. I just think her wrestling is just next level in this weight class, and I think she'll be able to take the fight to the ground. I think Alexa Grasso, she's a competent of a grappler not to get submitted, but I think Tatiana Suarez, she's just going to control the fight with her wrestling, so I'm going to go with Tatiana Suarez by unanimous decision. Now for the main event, we have a really good welterweight fight here. We have Demian Maia stepping in on short notice for Santiago Ponzinibbio, going against Kamaru Usman. As a Kamaru Usman fan, it's a blessing in disguise, because, you know, now he's fighting up in the rankings, and with this fight he could be pretty much one more fight away from a title shot if he can defeat Demian Maia. Demian Maia coming in on short notice, really gutsy of him to do this. Let's break it down. Striking wise, Kamaru Usman, I think, is the better striker. Not saying much against Demian Maia, but I just think he'd be more powerful, you know, more fluid with his striking, more athletic. Demian Maia, his striking is pretty average, but a little underrated. You know, we seen in Colby Covington fight, he was getting the better of Colby Covington early in that first round. So I think in this fight, I think the striking is probably going to be around even in the first round. You know, but I think throughout the fight, you'll see Kamaru Usman pull away with the striking. You know, grappling wise, Damian Maia, we already know Damian Maia is a phenomenal jiu-jitsu practitioner. You know, going to the ground with Damian Maia is dangerous. And Kamaru Usman, he's going to want to avoid grappling with Damian Maia at all costs. He doesn't even want to play around with that. You know, Kamaru Usman, he's a really elite MMA wrestler, Division II national champion wrestler. You know, very strong for the weight class, as is Damian Maia. But yeah, he'll have a decided wrestling advantage in this fight. Keys to victory for Damian Maia, he's going to want to just shoot for his life, really. Shoot immediately. He's going to want to force Kamaru Usman into grappling scenarios. You know, even pull guard if he needs to. I say he do this immediately. I say he get the fight to the ground immediately by any means, whether it's pulling guard, single legs, whatever he needs to do to get the fight to the ground, because this is the only way I see him winning this fight. You know, on short notice, Damian Maia, he doesn't have the best gas tank. We know this. The longer this fight goes, the more dangerous Kamaru Usman will be, because Kamaru Usman, he has elite cardio. You know, he had that unique ability to embrace the grind. You know, he can grind out most of his opponents. So for Damian Maia, he needs to get this fight to the ground and initiate grappling exchanges as soon as possible. He doesn't want to mess around on the feet and gas himself out. Kamaru Usman, he's going to want to avoid the takedowns. He needs to use his wrestling defensively, basically do what Colby Covington did. But I think Kamaru Usman, he has more stopping power than Colby Covington. So I think he should definitely not get over anxious. You know, play pretty cool. Play, you know, don't overexert himself the first round. But I think from the second round onward, he can really stop doing work. For my prediction in this fight, I'm going to go with Kamaru Usman by third round TKO. I believe Damian Maia, he's coming on short notice. He's going to pursue the takedown. He's going to shoot about 50 times. He's going to miss. I think Kamaru Usman, his wrestling defense is going to be too great. Damian Maia, he's going to gas himself out, and I predict Kamaru Usman TKOing him in the third round. So y'all can tell me what y'all think. Like, comment, subscribe if y'all want to. I'll be doing all the cards. Peace and salute.